Welcome to Snack Time with Mack and Ashley on the Be Heard podcast platform. The podcast where we talk to interesting people about their lives, their dreams, and most importantly, their snack obsessions. I'm your co-host / snack queen, Ashley Haystone, alongside my favorite snack enthusiast and co-host, Mac Urban III. Mac, what is up?
I'm feeling good. Coming off the Thanksgiving holiday, it was a much needed rest period, so feeling good about that.
Do you have turkey coma? Because I do.
I do. I don't want to eat any more turkey. I'm not really a turkey guy to begin with, and we talked about this in our Thanksgiving episode.
Yeah. No, I even seen a turkey or even mentioning it. I'm like, no more. No more, for the love of God. For the love of God, no more.
Yeah, it's crazy how people do that, go right from Thanksgiving into Christmas.
Yeah, just more and more food, which is great, but it's like, come on, I need a little break. Just a little break.
Or at least something different on the menu, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I always say this, but I wonder what our guests will think about this. I'm so excited. We have a guest.
Why don't you tell us who it is?
Ooh. Hello.
Wait, David, I have a little intro for you.
Yes, let's do that.
David.
First and foremost.
First and foremost, our guest is one of the Lovemakers for Sacramento-based musician Hobo Johnson, where he plays bass and guitar. And he's a pet dad of the world's cutest dog. Please welcome David Baez-Lopez. Woo!
Woo! Two out of the 3 of those are actually semi-true.
Wait, you're good?
So I play guitar, but not in Hobo Johnson.
Oh my God! Oh God!
Yeah.
I fact checked.
That's why I thought when you. Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry,
I am misleading by nature, and I apologize for that. But I do very much play guitar. I just not the guys won't let me touch the guitar.
So explain, what do you play?
I definitely play bass. And that's about it.
Hey.
Yeah.
Mac and I have a few questions for you. I noticed that you're snacking right now, so we need to ask you. Like you're literally eating, and I love it. What is your favorite quarantine snack?
Oh. Does a hamburger count?
That counts.
I mean, that's definitely.
I guess it counts as a snack. Yeah.
If you eat it more than the amount of meals you are given a day, it's considered a snack. I feel like,
I love that science.
Yeah. No, I think hamburgers for sure. And then I've been finding myself snacking mostly. It's like I said, it always changes like almost every week. It depends what I have.
Yeah.
But definitely I got some, and this is gonna seem so pretentious, but it's purely just by coincidence. The Kashi little bars. They look like those. They look like bars, and they have jelly on top, and they're very good. But like I said, that's a pure stroke of luck that it's something healthy this week. Because sometimes it's pumpkin seeds. Sometimes it's Mexican candy from some crazy Mexican bash or leftovers from Halloween. And
yes,
I don't know what. There's never a consistent snack unless it's there's never a consistent snack.
It seems like you just eat what's available.
Yeah, usually it's like one of those things where you go to the store with a list. That never happens for me. It's just I just go in there and buy snacks, and it's whatever is there and seems to grab my attention. They don't have it. I haven't seen. You ever see those little fries? They're like fried chips.
Yeah.
The shoelace fries. I forgot. They're so greasy. But
Shoestring fries.
Little shoestring fries. Yes. Those I have not seen in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And they come in. They're impossible to open too because they have a little silver reflective lid on them, and it's just so hard to pull back. But they are delicious. I haven't seen those in a while. the
I
next time
never
I
heard
do.
of them.
They're delicious, especially if you're into crushing them and putting them in salads like me. I've done that twice on tour, and it's
You sound
delicious.
healthy because I just stuff a bunch of chips in a sandwich and call it a day.
I love stuffing chips on like some baked lays or some Ruffles on like a sandwich too.
Crunch it down. Oh,
Yep.
so we also like want to know, with quarantine and stuff, like, do you miss playing live music?
No. Just kidding.
I love that.
No.
Secret confessions right here on the podcast.
I wish people
Mack
could
and
see their
Ashley.
faces.
No.
No, I mean, I definitely miss it. I think certain people, it hits different,
Yeah.
cabin fever kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's definitely like one of those things I'm looking forward to once this whole thing comes to an end or
Yeah.
whatever. It's so sad. My wife just brought me more snacks for my fat ass.
I love your wife.
If you heard that, if you somehow didn't edit this, Mac, you will hear a kick in the table, and that's the massive amount of snacks I just had dumped on from. No, I'm just kidding. She bumped into the table. But what was I saying before?
Oh, we're talking about you missing out on
So bad.
missing
Live music. Yeah.
It's okay. It's a little
Oh yeah,
late.
little segue. No, I'm definitely looking forward to it, to come back to it, and
Yeah.
for now it's just been like a big. I haven't been in Sacramento in 2 winters, so it's a little odd to be in Sacramento in winter and actually seeing, we always came back or left before the leaves fall, which is, pretty
Yeah.
nice to see in Sacramento, and especially in Midtown. But
Yeah.
I didn't see that for like 2 years, and I forgot about it. And then there's a massive amount of leaves just blocking cars and not being able to find a parking spot because there's just massive amounts of leaf piles everywhere. That's the one thing.
That's
But
funny.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. But I didn't really think about it. You're right. Like when I drive downtown, I'm like, okay, not only it's so hard to find a parking spot, but now with the damn leaves.
Yeah, and it's like going back. I mean, I'm trying to appreciate it too. Like I'm probably nagging, but it's one of those things that you forget about. You become, I guess, kind of used to it.
Yeah.
Being here and experience it every time you drive through and take it for granted.
Yeah.
But then you leave for 2 years and you're here. You're like, oh wow, different. Please edit that burp. Sorry.
No. It's fine. Mac, do you have a few questions?
Well, we've been talking about you being a musician. So how did you get your start in like music? How did you come to join that kind of profession?
Do you want the movie format, or do you want the real Hard Knock Life format? I'll give you both.
I appreciate both, but
Yeah.
I'm really
both.
interested in the Hard Knock in the real life version.
We're journalists here. We want the real life stuff.
For the movie format's a lot shorter anyway, so I'll stick with the longer one. But my mom, I think when I was 4, and that makes me sound like some type of Justin Bieber child prodigy, but believe me, I'm not. Especially because I want to leave that part of the story for later. Basically, my mom put me to lessons when I was really young, and really just kind of grew up with like my dad being a musician in the household, and so it kind of gets it's influential, and it makes you want to do it after a while, sooner or later, no matter how much you hate the lessons. It just becomes a part of you. And to be honest, like it wasn't until my freshman year that I really started kind of getting into it and like songwriting and being more aware of the process and the knowledge that it took to play music. But in that trajectory of getting there in freshman grade, I did fail beginning band twice in middle school.
Mhm.
And I remember my teacher told me she had a weird, odd, weird just name. Her name was Miss Tetlow, and I remember her specifically because she failed me twice, and the second time she said, "Please don't do music as a living. You will be
Oh my
miserable."
That's so
And
foreshadowing.
like I said, at the point I was just not like this. It's not like I wanted to grow up to be a trumpet player.
Yeah.
No offense to those that are. I have so many friends that are trumpet players. They're gonna be fucking. Oh man, I'm gonna hear about this. But it didn't really affect me, obviously.
Mhm.
So I went, started playing guitar in high school because it was a cool thing to do, and started getting into it. And then ended up picking up bass because it was the instrument that nobody liked and nobody wanted to play.
It's so important though.
It is, and I'm glad that you noticed that. But I started playing it more like a guitar, to be honest. And so after that, obviously got lucky, started investing myself more into the music scene and into
Mhm.
forming a group of what is now well known and very well respected musicians. And so it is what it is now. It's a livelihood, and it's been great. It's been great. I mean, even before,
Yeah.
it was such a it's a job really too, because
It is.
you can do it one or two ways. But I mean, if you really enjoy what you're doing, then why not just treat it as a job?
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to find that very thin line of it being harmful to
Mhm.
what you love. But I mean, I spent a bit of a year
Yeah.
being in as many different styles and like different bands as I could possibly be in, and it was nice. I got to meet a lot of people,
Yeah.
and I mean, obviously, some of those like Philharmonic and um, some monks, Petaluma. I mean, I'm just
Yeah.
spinning at the top of my head, but I mean, those were all very individual and very rewarding experiences. So that's that. That's the long version.
Don't do music
The,
ever.
the short version of that is
So crazy.
I walked into a bar and just met Derek, and I called him Jack.
So Derek is for people who don't know, Derek is part of Hobo Johnson's band. The number one love maker, as most people know.
Oh yeah, great guy.
So you met him at a bar?
I met him at Luna. I was at I think me and the wife just wanted to go for a walk, and we ended up kind of just getting a glimpse of what was like the craziest the crazy chaos that used to be open mic. Like this is like
Open mics.
it's
Yeah.
so odd. It's so odd to like even think about it now because of the pandemic. But the chaos that is open mics and how insanely entertaining they can be.
Yeah. You
Because
never know what you're gonna get.
yeah, exactly. And because like some of those people will like blow your mind at how much charisma they can just do by themselves up there.
Yeah.
And so that's another open mics are really something in Sacramento.
Oh
But
yeah.
I walked in, and then Frank and Derek were there, Hobo and Lovemaker number one, and I was so like just scared to ask him or to like be like, oh yeah, here I'm a musician too,
Yeah.
because I mean it really wasn't like like a notepad and pen kind of type of thing, where it's like
Yeah.
I would never network that back in I don't know when the hell this was, like probably 4 years ago, 3 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe more, 4 years ago. So it was so odd, and then I came up and I was just like, I knew who Derek was, or I knew who Jack was.
Yeah.
His name is Jack Shoot. So I came up to him and I said, "Hey, Jack," and I said like, I was just saying hi, and then I came back to the table, and my wife is the one who actually told him or gave him like information. I keep forgetting, but it was just like if it wasn't for her, I would have never ever like gotten like a chance to play with him because I was just so shy about it,
Yeah.
which is it's hard, it's hard to come up with someone like just be like, hey, let me jam with you.
No, I know it's so awkward. I think like as a journalist, it's really awkward to like talk to people sometimes. I'm like, oh, you do things? Tell me about it. But also,
dude, I bet.
It's so awkward still to this day. I mean, I gotten over it, but like inside, I'm dying.
I bet it's because it's like you want to make them feel like
I don't want to feel like a shark.
Yeah, but I guess the best way to put it is like you want to make them feel just as like excited and just happy about like it being a process, like that's, I feel like that's what like a lot of like our industry kind of entertainment like area is. It's about getting the most accurate product to the right people and making it with the people that you get along with and can create, amazing material with,
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm spinning.
You're fine, David.
Stressy. Let's go.
Stressy.
What's this bag?
It's all good.
Bag of chips, a bag of pretzel M&Ms. I don't know. Maybe both.
Do it both. Okay, so what kind of I wanted to ask you like what venue had like the best backstage snacks? Do they even treat you right? Do they even have snacks backstage? Like
they treat you right. They treat you so right.
This makes me happy so much.
I mean, see, with time you kind of get more spoiled and more spoiled.
Nice.
And so, like there was once again, it's gonna sound so pretentious, but one time it was like we were in Australia, I think, and I think we were in like Tasmania, which is this island, basically, right? On the, I think it's the east coast, like lower east, southeast of Australia, and it's surrounded by water. Well, duh. Sorry, but we were basically beachside because that's where catering was, and they had like just like halibut. Is that like fish? It's like fancy fish. I don't like fish, so I don't know. But they had like the most amazing like steak and all these literally like just amazing like Great British Baking Show kind of like desserts almost, and I easily had like 5 of them. Yeah, like if Peter's in the back cooking up stuff,
Oh my god.
So no love for seafood and stuff from underwater,
huh? No, I like seafood when it's fried. When it's like sushi. Very, very. I am very picky with seafood. Definitely. I mean, I just, and this isn't like forcing it down my throat kind of situation, but I definitely had I think it was seared tuna with like sesame seeds, and I thought it was going to be disgusting, but it's very good, very delicious. So I'm opening up my palate, but I am very. You know what always gets me? It's those fucking shrimps that they leave the damn shell on them, or when you're just eating fish and you get like a scale, not a scale, because that would just be bad, but like a part of their vertebrae, or like this.
Yeah.
Right.
those are the things that just kind of like really like you don't get that in the cow. Like you're not gonna get like a splinter of a bone or some crap like that.
So it's got to be
It's like
properly cleaned and prepared for you.
I mean, yes, with a fine knife,
He's up.
very very select. Just give me all the fat on the meat. No, nothing close to the bone. That sounds so bad, but yeah, no, I think I'm just a little bit turned off by shells and bones. But other than that, I think I just had a couple bad grunts at fish from what it seems like.
It's like a barrier between like the food. It's like I don't want to have to do more work to eat. I just want to
Yeah. Well, like crab, for instance, you know, like you have to crack the crab and like see what I'm trying
So
to say.
much
Like
work. Yeah.
You're getting me so stressed out just thinking about this.
and it's just like, what if you get a piece of the bone on the crab meat and then you know you bite it down and there goes half of your tooth. It's just gone, pulverized. Things like that. But you know, if someone could take the meat, like I love crab cakes because there's no bone and it's not the animal. I mean, it's not the actual fish. It's just the process of extracting the meat.
Yeah.
It's too tiresome and there are too many risks involved. Like I'll eat it, but only if it's been pre-prepared. And that kind
I mean, yeah. By the time you're done with 3 legs out of the crab, the whole other crab is just stone cold. Has that ever happened to anyone? Am I the only one in here?
No.
I'm a quick eater, I think.
Well, also there's not a lot of meat. You know what I mean? And it's like
there's a very precise way you have to get all the meat out of like crabs and lobsters.
Yeah.
Too much work. I'm not strong enough.
It's almost like the equivalent of like sunflower seeds, you know?
I can't do sunflower seeds. I get so mad.
Well, there's 2 processes, right? You either put a bunch in your mouth and chew them all until the flavor's completely gone, and then spit it out like some savage.
Yeah. All right, so you just caught out the every baseball player in the world.
Entire amount of like groups here.
Oh my God! David,
or you do this just the civilized way, which is doing one by one, which makes your hands. That's the way I do it, obviously, because I have a thing with hard, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you do it that way, your hands become extremely dry. Your mouth, like your lips, are just beyond repair because of all the salt. And it's like for one small just seed. And sometimes you even crack that seed, that shell, and there's nothing inside, and you're like, oh, what the hell is that?
This wasn't worth it.
Like Fraser, what fresh hell is this?
Maybe teach you about life.
It's all about life with these.
You know, it's funny. It's funny that you talk about like long, drawn out processes for such small rewards. I know that Ashley does a thing with trail mix where she knowingly doesn't like one ingredient, but she enjoys the process of picking every ingredient out and then eating the rest of it.
What's that one ingredient?
M&M, baby.
M&M? Wait, so you don't like them or you do like them?
I do like them, but I hate almonds. I hate almonds with a passion. Like, I really hate them.
So, like, when you go to, like, a coffee shop, you're not about the alt milks?
I like almond milk, though. Isn't that insane? Like, I don't know. I mean,
any sense.
Or, like...
So, what is it?
Yeah.
So, I guess my question to you now.
Oh.
Is it the texture? We're flipping tables.
Oh, snap. Is this snack time with David and Mac?
This is reverse psychology right now. When you
No, it's that texture, right? Like that dryness, you know?
Okay. Yeah, I figured that would be a thing that would definitely gets me after a while.
Yeah. Like I can have one or two and I'm like, okay, but then after a while I'm like, oh God, this is awful. Who does this?
It's funny because I always pick out the little brown brown things and the Gardettos.
Oh, the bagel pieces? That's some of the best parts.
Never eat them. I never eat them.
It's funny because I used to hate them too, and then I started eating them on a regular basis, and I'm like, it's not that bad.
What made you convert?
I just got tired of picking them out of every bag.
So you just
I would eat it before. I used to eat around it, and then eventually I was just like, I don't feel like putting in all that work, so I'll just muscle through it. And I was like, oh, it's not that bad.
It's a form of evolution.
Yep. It's like growing up, right? Adulting.
It's like they say, mind over matter. And then once your mind just gets over it, then it's whatever.
Baby steps.
But I will say, I do pick those out. And there's other, like I hate the fact that you get like a mixed nuts, thing. And they show you the picture and there's like such a large variety of things.
It's a lie.
And then there's always like one or two walnuts. I'm just like, I really want a walnut.
I just want a walnut. Walnuts are so good. I'm the same way. Yeah, no, they don't have a lot. It's a lot of cashews. Yeah, I know. It's just so funny how like we're dissecting all these snack varieties. Dave, I had no idea you were so precise and so into snacks.
It's a formal complaint for the mass producers out there that are scheming us out of our nuts, and the Gardettos need to maybe make a, for me, like just a bag that doesn't have the brown things. What were they called again? Bagel bread?
It's like bagel pieces, yeah.
What were they? Rye bread. I got my fact checker here too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. David's wife.
Yeah.
She's right there.
Throwing snacks at me and
I love it.
Answering fact questioning and fact.
I want someone to throw snacks at me. That's fantastic.
Just open up the virtual gateway. Throw one out over there.
Please. All right. Well, David, I wanted to know, do you eat before or after you go on stage?
Definitely after.
Why not before? Explain.
I know it's the whole 15 minutes before, you're letting your tummy settle. You definitely don't want to vomit on anyone up there.
Do you get like nervous every time you go up on stage?
No, it's not about. Well, there was a point, and there always is like a moment of fear. I think whenever you're about to go on stage.
Mm-hmm.
But more of the fact that it's about being just, not having a full stomach because you might cramp up, or you might just jump up so many times that your food just goes out the other hatch, and so or any of the hatches.
David, you go crazy on stage. I mean, Mac has been actually on your shows. I know that, and you jump around. You're everywhere. I mean, even photographing you, I'm like, what's he gonna do next? Oh, David's taking off his pants. All right.
It's definitely a workout routine. That's why.
You stay. That's how
why the eating's done afterwards.
Yeah. You earned that meal.
I retired the pantless escapades though.
I
was getting a little cold. That's what happens when you start touring during the winter.
I have to say though, the first time I seen you perform, I was like, oh, this is great, this is fun. And then I was like, why is this guy taking off his pants? And then why is he wearing like bright colored like pink boxes?
Yeah, it was
I loved it.
I was mostly trying to just get sponsored by underwear brands.
How did that come to be? Like how are you like, you know what? Will be great if I just take off my pants.
I'm completely full of shit. It was in my mind for a while.
I know. You should have put Calvin Klein, call me.
I think I was more successful at like whoring my dog out on Instagram, making him an Instagram, and just
that dog.
I think I've gotten like, there's been offers. I don't know if I've gotten anything for free yet. I think I have. It's been a really long time. maybe I used to get shit when I was like, he was a puppy.
That dog. That dog.
Yeah. Adorable.
Wait. For the people listening, what kind of dog do you have?
He has a golden doodle. It's a mix between a golden retriever and a poodle. So it's pretty much like the dumbest dog and the smartest dog in the world.
And
just like the best thing in the world.
That's freaking adorable.
Best of the best and worst of the worst is what I heard.
Well, gotta love those balls, you know. Oh God.
That's cool. So bad. That's the title.
I love the immediate regret after saying it.
You're like, oh God.
That's usually me after every sentence I finish in this podcast, really. And like my periods are starting to just become these pistachios
and crunch. That's how you end your sentences. Well, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say the chewing is just a form of ellipsis. Is that what it is? The little dots, you know?
Yeah. Wait. Is that my Mac fact check?
Yeah, it's ellipsis, right?
I think so.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, they are.
I think so. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
I feel so embarrassed that I don't know that. I use those a lot. Those are my favorite.
Don't tell my dad I couldn't immediately answer you because he's an English major and he'll get real mad.
Okay, don't. Not telling Max.
Don't worry. I'm just a foreigner.
Oh my God. We were talking about you before we started recording about how you feel like you're like a glorified trucker while you're on tour. Can you explain that? What was it? Oh, sorry. Did I mess up there? You want to fact check me there?
That being on a tour bus feels like you're just a glorified, it feels like it's living the truck driver lifestyle.
Yeah.
Not that you're a truck driver, because I could never do what those guys do.
They're hard workers. Oh my God.
But you do frequent at the same place as a truck driver, you know.
Yeah.
The loves truck stops.
I love them.
Like the one in El Centro, you know, the old 49er where you can get a Monte Cristo for really cheap. It's because they're just trying to kill off, maybe decimate a whole population with those sandwiches.
Oh yeah, I live down the street from it, and I'm so tempted, but I'm like, no, Ashley, don't do that to yourself.
No way. I live literally on Duckhorn by the Bel Air.
Oh, that's so funny. We live so close.
I'm sorry. My studio and my main, I guess my main job now, because I help my mom in the daycare, and so I go over there and help her out. But I also have because I'm a bedroom studio artist. I have my bedroom studio, which is basically just a glorified man cave. You know,
I love it.
Just a PS4 hooked up to like 6 screens and
this is my studio.
Yeah.
I love it.
And a couple, like 2 guitars, 1 bass, and a really small PA for like local gigs.
Yes.
You know, inquire within. No, I'm just kidding. I live over there too, so I know it's rare to get a good piece of just a meal over there.
Truck stops?
Which,
yeah.
I was gonna tell you. So if you're in Atomas, this is gonna seem like I'm just putting businesses out there now, but
do it.
You guys, if you guys love Chinese food and like dumplings and stuff, there's this place that just got like a Michelin star in Thomas, which is kind of insane. Yeah, it's kind of insane to think about, like when you say those two things in a sentence, like a Michelin star restaurant in a Thomas, like what the hell went wrong here?
Where did the bride come from?
Yeah, but it's called Yu Huang, and it's God, I feel like I'm just putting them out there. YUE and then HUANJ.
I definitely.
It's right by. I think it's right by that Chili. There used to be like a Chili's there or something. It's on like the intersection where that In-N-Out is. It's like the main intersection. Did you guys try that shit?
I'm going to now. That sounds familiar.
I'm going to now.
I'm going to now. I'm gonna go eat.
Dude, their General Tso's chicken is just delicious. It's just like spicy. It's the right amount of like MSG or something.
And that's when you lose a sponsorship, David.
Yeah, I wasn't trying with them.
I know.
Well, definitely not. I don't want a sponsorship from them. That would just be a bad idea.
No, well, when going back to, you traveling, you mentioned that what you guys were eating. Do you want to kind of go back to
Yeah.
all the food?
I mean, it's just
great food you've been eating.
sandwiches, really. Sandwiches. I think
Sandwiches.
a lot of the time we had a tray of either sandwiches, wraps, or now we've gone more into the fancier side of things. And it's not really saying fancier. We just really got tired of sandwiches and started eating more of like the lines of like a charcuterie board. And
what is that? Can you
like,
explain to me what that is?
So just basically like if you bought really expensive pieces of like deli meats and cheeses, and just put like
so it's a fancy Lunchable.
Basically, yeah, but you don't get the crackers though. That's what pisses me off.
Oh, I'm offended.
You don't get crackers because I'm all about.
But hey, less carbs.
There you go. You gotta keep that figure.
I'm not counting the carbs, dude. Like I just don't care about that stuff anymore. I'm married. I have a gut. I'm in my 30s. Like
game over.
I grew a beard so nobody could see how much I'm hiding. Like I'm hiding my weight.
Well, you
nobody
look
can
great.
see my double chin. I wear black. You can do certain things to just kind of.
I'm taking notes right now.
Yeah, just wear black.
I have to grow a beard.
Yeah, the beard's gonna be the tough one here. But,
it's gonna be tough.
We'll make sure to keep tabs on Ashley's progress on that.
Turtlenecks work. If you want to be that. Yeah. Next podcast. Here we go.
There you go.
It's turtleneck season too.
It's always turtleneck season, except for the summer.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, I mean, unless you're The Rock.
God bless. He got a during the parade. They made a balloon or something of him from the.
I did see that.
That was glorious.
I think it's the first year I didn't watch that damn thing.
It wasn't. It was kind of like, here's a float. Okay, on to the next.
So they didn't. So did they not have people?
They did have people. They had artists perform and stuff like that. But it was like they just showed them and then they drove away. But they didn't go parade around. You know what I mean? Because
it wasn't like there wasn't like people out in the streets like there was on Black Friday.
Yeah, no.
I'm honestly surprised they had anything at all, especially in a place like New York. Like,
right.
I was sure nothing was going to happen there.
I know.
It seems crazy to think about, like, just them not being able to do it because I mean it's
a tradition.
Yeah, and God, it's so weird. Yeah, I did see it, but I mean, they probably just took a block. They were like, all right, we'll just take one block. That's all we need.
Yeah, that's literally what they did. Like Jimmy Fallon was singing, like, David Bowie's like dancing in the streets and, and I was like, Jimmy Fallon would do this.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like, it really was. But I know. I've been like dying to ask you, like, going back to road trips. I'm sorry we keep talking about this, but I want to ask you, like, what is like your
the snacks?
The snacks. I need to know your top 3 road trip snacks, David.
Okay, so top 3 road trip. I keep thinking of Road Rules or Real World.
Real World.
Back MTV here.
Yeah.
So snacks. Let me not get off the track. Sorry. Snacks. Top 3 snacks. Top 3 snacks. It's a hard one. I definitely love. Now, are these like the top 3 snacks I would love to have with me, or just the top 3 snacks that I've always been able to have? Are these acquired or acquirable?
That you want to have? Like
Because I mean, I've definitely had like road see how lengthy this question? It's like a question with not even an answer for a question. It's a question for a question. It's like I'm playing reverse psychology on you guys.
No, I know.
Okay. So I'll just say what I would want, and then I'll say what I did have. What I would want is I would really like some lean pockets or pizza pockets, any type of pockets really. Definitely a bag of munchies.
Yes.
Gotta have it.
Hot bag of hot munchies. And since we're here, can we please talk about the mass amount of hot Cheetos there are in those and the lack of Sun Chips?
Oh,
I would definitely want.
Sun Chips are so underrated. It's ridiculous the disrespect they get.
I think the top two things in that damn bag are just pretzels and hot Cheetos.
Yeah, I don't like the okay. This is where I get banned from this podcast.
You don't like hot munchies?
No, I do. I just don't like the Sun Chips. I don't like Sun Chips, and I'm trying to like them, and I just can't get into them. And I see the disappointment on both your faces. Oh, okay.
all the flavors though. All the flavors.
No, I mean the original I like. I think I could power through that.
Which one's the original? Is that the blue bag?
Yeah, I think it's the blue bag. Yeah.
I'm color oriented. I never look at the labels anymore.
I'm
want to know what's in there.
I'm like, is blue Kool-Aid? Or no,
I think
Powerade.
I think the blue and the orange one.
Yeah, the orange one's okay too.
Cheddar. It's cheddar. Yeah.
Cheddar. Yeah.
Yep. This is
why
cheddar's better.
They had a ranch flavored bag of munchies back in the day. And they discontinued them, and I'm so mad because it was one of my favorite things.
That sounds amazing.
I remember those back in high school. I'm not a big fan of ranch chips, to be honest. I tried to stay away from them. Yeah, it's just foul.
Really? A lot of confession happening.
No, but
okay.
no. That's just it's me. It's me and my long-winded battle with ranch. I just don't like ranch. It's kind of like no, yeah, just like nothing.
Not even with like vegetables or like carrots.
No, I can't. Like I've tried like bougie ranch, because sometimes like when you have like the fucking sushi from Bel Air, it's like not comparable to real sushi.
Yeah.
So I've tried, and I'm not saying ranch is foul to other people. I'm just saying like I'm trying to apologize, Mac. I'm sorry.
To each their own. I get it.
It's okay. But like my taste buds just think it's just repugnant. I don't know. It's just so weird. Like I used to be like that with avocado, but I think that was more of a texture thing.
Yeah.
But like I can't do mustard. Cannot do mustard. Maybe it's like a flashback of that movie where the lady gets covered in mustard. Yeah, there's like I forget what movie it is.
That sounds terrifying and gross.
Dude, yeah. There's a movie out there with that just sounds terrible now that I mention it, right?
That sounds awful.
I'm bringing up a movie about a lady covered in mustard. That sounds like
what kind of stuff
Pornhub fantasy, Pornhub food fetish here.
I'm taking note right now. Food fetish. Mustard. Got it.
But yeah, so going back into the original answer, we're on part 2 or 3. So any type of pockets, hot Cheetos with a shorter amount or a decreased amount of hot Cheetos.
Yeah, the munchies with the with the hot Cheetos.
Yeah, and then I think the third one. Now, see, I'm thinking if it could be like ice cream or something, but it would never be ice cream because
you can get that at a convenience store. I feel like that could be a snack. Have you ever tried those dips or dots or whatever? No.
I did, and they were. I think I had them once because they're so expensive. And
yeah, you don't talk about those.
Dippin' Dots. It's such a disappointment. The first time you getting ready to have it, you're so excited because you think it's gonna be good, and then it's it's worse than regular ice cream, and it's more expensive than it. So
Yeah.
I guess I would like it now because at my age, I have cavities, and I think the cold factor of it
Mhm.
sometimes doesn't allow me to eat ice cream as much as I would want. So I think Dippin' Dots are like at a very neutral temperature.
Yeah.
I think that's what kind of didn't really appeal to me when I first had them. I was like, what is this temperature controlled ice cream? It feels like cotton candy almost.
Yeah, it's like a weird texture too.
Yeah. But the dibs are nice. Dibs are nice.
Yeah,
they're fantastic.
that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That the mini dibs, and those are like so great to snack on.
But like even like, but see that now we're getting an ice cream, and that would be like, I don't know, and it's just like something like just out of world,
Yeah.
out of this world. But also like you can't ever go wrong with like a frozen Twix or a frozen Reese's. We used to get Reese's so that's like our tech writer. We used to get Reese's and gummies and munchies like backstage, and so that was the nice part of it.
That's
plenty
cool.
of like weird. Once we got into like Europe and the UK, it would give us like a weird amount of assortment of candies, which was like anything from like those coffee, like those hard coffee, like little candies. Yeah.
Okay.
But they were good. They weren't that bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes it would be like a variation of that, and it would be like chocolate covered
raisins.
I can't. No, like a chocolate covered like coffee little cough syrup, I guess you could say. That wasn't bad. I had the pleasure of seeing a Ferrero Rocher box yesterday. One of those like assortment boxes.
Oh yes.
The cappuccino like espresso one is delicious. It almost feels like there's a bit of a drop of brandy in there or something.
My cousin, she bought us all Advent calendars. And it's so adorable. And so the one she got, though, we got one adult one, and it's like alcohol like chocolate. But I didn't know that was a thing. But it's like chocolate with alcohol inside. Yeah, it's from Trader Joe's. God bless Trader Joe's. Can we just say that out loud?
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. But yeah, I'm so excited because tomorrow, even though I'm 26 years old, yes, I still eat.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Those are so good. Their chocolates are disgusting, actually, but it's just nice to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry
if I'm crunching too much. So,
no.
You guys ever had these?
What is?
Chris! He's holding up a bag of crispy M&Ms, and crispy M&Ms are what are they?
They're pretzel M&Ms.
Oh, the pretzel M&Ms. Either one is good. Pretzel's good. I like pretzel M&Ms.
What's the difference between the crispy?
The crispy M&Ms is like the stuff it's like the puffed rice, that's inside a Crunch bar.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's what that is? Puffed rice? I never knew that.
I don't think I've had these.
No.
I'm gonna say this again. What bag is the color? You know what I meant, right? What color is the bag?
Let me research this.
Hold on, fact check. We have to fact check this. I love this is happening. I love that, David. You're like I do the same thing. I have a hard time like just
stressy.
Yeah. Oh no, stressy too. No, I just before this podcast, I was eating a bunch of like pretzels and like chugging down like so much juice, and I was like, all right.
So they had a green bag and a blue bag of crispy M&Ms.
There we go.
I've never had those.
Fantastic. Are they available now?
There's so many types.
I think they discontinued them and brought them back like a couple of times, so I'm not sure if they're available right now.
Maybe
they should. I think so.
It's like the damn McRib, The McRib just keeps coming back.
Wait, is the McRib back?
It's coming back on. I think it's supposed to come back on sometime this week.
Oh my god, those are so gross, but you have to have one every time.
No,
it's so gross.
I don't
Okay.
know, dude. But does it?
I honestly don't. I don't remember what a big rib tastes like. So
Wait.
I really, is it like a mesquite burger? I keep forgetting too, because it's been a while, and I feel like I haven't.
I
I have not tried it. I have not tried it because I'm afraid that it might have changed, and I don't want to tarnish
the memory.
Yes, it's like when hamburgers used to be 39 cents on Sundays and Wednesdays in McDonald's, or where you actually used to get a Cajun sandwich or Cajun chicken sandwich in McDonald's. Those were like what I considered the golden.
Oh my god.
Or when Carl Jr. used to not throw shredded lettuce on a spicy chicken sandwich and used to use like leaves of lettuce. That was a recent change of format, but it's still an unbearable one.
I remember those were like $1, and now they like bumped up the price, and I'm so heartbroken.
Yeah, it's like how do you call it a value menu if you're going over $1? It's like,
Yes.
It's like I love how I had this happen like a couple of years ago where I went into a 99-cent store and I bought this thing, because it's a 99-cent store, and so you think, fuck, everything here is $1.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get like 2 or 3 of these big jugs of like whatever I need or whatever abnormal size container this is.
Mm-hmm.
And we get to the register and it's like, that's $5. And for the first time in my life, I realized that the dollar store had $5 items.
Yeah, they did that. They do that at some stores where they have items over $1.
Blew my mind. I was just like, this is, it's like me complaining about my cavities, but I'm having a Pepsi and M&Ms with pretzels. It's almost just as bad. Like, don't play with America's emotions like that. Give the people, what they want, which is firm prices, I guess, and less Cheetos.
Oh my god. Well, David, I think, Mac, is it time to ask David some rapid fire questions before we end the
podcast?
No. Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think it's time we move into our rapid fire segment. So allow me to ask the first question. Spotify or Pandora?
Spotify.
Eggnog or hot chocolate?
Hot chocolate.
Turkey or ham?
Ham.
Sweet or savory?
Wait, what was that?
Sweet or savory?
Both.
Nice. Sweet? Okay.
Pizza or pasta?
Pizza, definitely.
Okay. Gingerbread cookies or fruitcake? Don't tell me like fruitcake, I swear to God.
No, nobody likes fruitcake, so I'll take the gingerbread, but it's just so bland.
Fruitcakes are not even...
I mean, what's a fruit? I've never even had a fruitcake.
It's not even cake. It's disgusting. That's what it is. It's just it's a pile of gross.
It sounds like it's gelatinous.
I haven't really had one. I haven't really had one either, but I felt it was appropriate because of the holiday times. To put it on there.
Yeah.
It feels like when you think of a fruitcake, like you're just gonna pour it out of a can, you're gonna slap it, and it's gonna jiggle like flubber.
Flubber.
It just sounds like a made up thing. Like nobody's seen this mythical creature of the kitchen.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, well, David, before we go, where can people follow you?
I was gonna say MySpace, but that's the 90s.
Please do it.
You can follow me at it's just my name, David Baez-Lopez. B as in boy, A as in apple, E as in elephant, Z as in zebra, and Lopez, like the beautiful and talented Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
It's not hyphenated, even though it should be. And yeah, that's Instagram. And then no Facebook. You can fight to be in my top 8 in MySpace, but it's not going to happen.
Oh, what?
And yeah, I think those are all the social media outlets that I have to be continued or determined.
Nice. All right. Mac.
All right.
All right.
Well, thank you, David, so much for joining us on this episode of Snack Time with Mack and Ash.
Thank you for having me eat all over your podcast and provide you with, just a bunch of crunching.
I love it. No, honestly, I think I'm gonna have like some ASMR.
Please do. I would love to have the little mic.
I think the biggest thing that I've learned from this episode is we need to improve our fact checking game. So I'll be doing that.
Yes.
I know a couple good noise gates if you need me to cut off all my crunching.
I can it. No.
I can edit everything out, I swear.
I like your crunching. I think it's adorable.
I can even formulate better answers.
No, I like that you end each sentence with a crunch. I think it's perfect, and I feel like Mac and I should start actually doing that ourselves. So,
right there.
All right, taste buds, that is it for this episode. Thank you so much, David. Yeah, there we go. All
that's like the equivalent of clapping,
Just
for like a podcast. Right there. That's a soundbite right there for you.
I love that.
Man. Thank you again, David, and thank you, the listener, for being with us for another episode. Be sure to go and check out all the other podcasts on the Be Heard podcast platform. King season is right around the corner, so go listen up on all the sports podcasts. Go listen to Deuce and Mo. Go listen to Sean and Vaughn. Go listen to Watch the Tape. Go listen to the Hoopball Sacramento Kings podcast. And go check out the Dope Ones podcast if you're into entrepreneurship and that sort of thing. So check that out, and we'll see you in 2 weeks for the next episode of Snack Time with Mack and Ash.
Bye.